Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful wife, Cori Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on R&R. We're super excited to have you here today. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We absolutely love what we do. We're super excited you're here. We love being a resource for all of our clients, friends, and family, and this is just another way for us to stay in touch with you. So last week we went on Friday, April Fool's Day, we went to California Adventure, and Chris, he loves that place because he could get a beer and rest a bit, and I think most of the time when we've been going lately, we'll stay in one park. Well, he did not know. He had a lot laid out for him that day. We got there, at like 10 o'clock in the morning?
We never get there that early.
We got there early.
We typically go on a Friday after school. It's a half day. We don't get to Disneyland until like 3:30, right? So we're only going for like 5-6 hours.
We got there at 10 and we didn't leave till 10:30.
Yeah, we did 12 hours at Disneyland walking around.
Chris was not that happy. He was tired, I think.
It's funny because everybody thinks I love Disneyland, right? Like, well, you're always there. You love Disneyland. I'm like, I don't love Disneyland. My wife loves Disneyland. My kids love Disneyland. And I love to see my wife and my kids happy. So if I want to see them super happy, I go to Disneyland. So that's why I go to Disneyland, to be around them and see how happy they are and how they light up. They love that place. So, it was actually, we got so lucky. I thought on spring break, Friday, I was not looking forward to how packed it was going to be. But
it was a nice treat because the lines were not long.
It was empty, actually.
It was empty. Santino got to go on Incredicoaster 2 times as soon as we got there. I actually took one for the team and took Nola on that Ferris wheel. What's it called?
I'm not getting on that thing. So I don't know if you guys know what we're talking about, but it's the Ferris wheel at California Adventure.
I don't know why I never remember the name. Probably because it's so terrifying.
Because I'm never going on it. I don't care what it's called.
The first time we went on it was with Nola and Santino, and we went on the swinging one, and I thought I was going to have an anxiety attack on that one. It was so scary, and they were just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
So Nola loves that ride, but nobody ever wants to go on it. So I'll just tell her no. Well, since they were on Incredicoaster, I took one for the team and took her on it, and she just sat there and smiled the whole time.
How was it?
I closed my eyes and screamed the whole time. And we were on a cart with a cute young couple, and I told them, I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm going to scream because I'm really afraid of this ride. And they were just sitting there laughing at me, and my eyes are closed. It was funny. But Nola had the best time.
That is hilarious.
I hate that you have to go on it a whole nother loop after you make it through the first time. It's horrible. I hate that ride.
I've only been on it the one time that we went with the kids, like a couple years ago. And I promised myself right then and there that I would never get on that ride again in my life. And I'm going to keep that promise because I've been skydiving. I ride roller coasters. I'm not really scared of much, but that ride makes me afraid for some reason.
It's really scary.
I don't understand it. It's just this weird weightlessness feeling, the way that it moves. I don't like it at all, so I'm never going on that ride. Thank you for taking one for the team. I got to go on Incredicoaster 2 times in like 20 minutes.
That's great. That was
Again,
awesome.
Nobody was there. That was amazing.
Monica said, OMG, you were really screaming. Haha. I was screaming. And my eyes were closed. I couldn't look. I felt like if I looked down, I was going to fall. And she also said, those are the best Disney days, being there from rope drop till closing. So I see all this stuff about rope drop, but I've never been there for rope drop.
Me neither.
So I don't even know what that is. But I do know they have the magic hour that they got rid of during COVID. And we have done the magic hour. But rope drop, I'm assuming, is right when they open the gates. Is it crazy, though? Are there a lot of people in crowds,
I wonder if people just start running, they're all happy and skipping and stuff.
I can't, no.
You know, like the end of the movie for Grease, when the party starts, and the parade, what is it? You know, they're dancing and all that. I wonder if that's what happens when the rope drop happens at Disney.
That would be really funny.
People start doing flips going down in there.
That's so funny. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. And the best thing I think about going there is we got to meet up with Beth and Kais and Zaya and Santino and Nola. For those of you who don't know, Beth and I have been friends since we were 16. No, before that, since we were like 14.
Middle school, right?
Since 9th grade, we've been friends. And we have kids that are similar in age. Santino and Kais are 3 days apart. And so they're like little best friends, And then Zaya is close in age to Nola. I think she's like
a few months,
3 months,
4 or 5 months
behind her.
like that.
So we got to meet up with them, and they are the cutest. They had so much fun together.
They did.
And the best thing about going with friends is these kids forget about the lines. When we're waiting in line, they're just having fun, playing games. And yeah, they got a little rowdy, and sometimes I would get a little anxious about it, but they had so much fun.
They got lucky though, because the lines weren't that bad, but they did have a lot of fun. It's because they were having so much fun that we stayed until 10 o'clock, right? So we tried the hack again. We wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke. So for anybody that is dying to get on Space Mountain or Big Thunder Mountain or Matterhorn, any one of those rides that are right there.
That take like an hour plus.
More than an hour, right? Because Space Mountain's usually 90
like
minutes.
90 minutes
Sometimes
to 2
it's
hours.
120 minutes.
Yeah, no thank you.
Right? So we're not waiting there. We don't want to spend, I think they were asking $18 to get on.
It was $18 to get on
Wasn't
that
it?
day. That was for cars. It was
That was for
$18.
cars. One of those, but now they're asking specifically for that ride, like extra money to do a
Fast
genie
pass.
pass, a fast pass, right?
Well, it's not fast pass, lightning lane.
Lightning lane,
Yeah.
whatever. They got all these names. But
Can't keep
so
them
if
all
you could
straight.
just wait, if you could make it through the whole day, right at 8:30, when 8:30 hits, all the people that are in line leave the lines and they run to go see the fireworks show.
Yeah,
So we made it onto Space Mountain twice in 30 minutes.
that was amazing.
I mean, just ran up
Well,
there.
the first one we waited 5 minutes to get on, and the second time it was a little bit
25
of a
for the
wait.
second time.
But that's okay. These kids were in heaven. They had so much fun. They got to hit their favorite rides more than once, and it was so cool. I mean, and
It was a great time.
It was a great time because there was actual reservation for a sit-down lunch. Parents got a little bit of a break and a little drink over at the Lamplight Lounge, which is right off the water on the pier. So that was really cool. And then what was the other thing? We got on cars too. How do you get on all those major rides in one day?
So, well, we got it down packed. So when there's more than one adult, it makes it a little easier, right? So like if you're going with the kids by yourself,
You can't be given that advice because they told us we can't do that again. That hack that you did.
whatever. I'm going to do it again. So I jump in line, you got kids and look, you got kids and you got a spouse. What happens when the kids got to use the bathroom?
You got to get out of line.
You got to get out of line. You got to go use the bathroom, right? So I stay in line, and when they're done using the bathroom, they go meet up with me.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happens. So if they want to fight you about it and say, well, there's no way your husband's at the front of the line, like he must have been waiting 30 minutes, they had to go number 2. I mean, what are they going to say? You want to be in the bathroom with me and figure out how long it takes? They got to let you in.
Yeah.
How are they going to say no?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Maybe you got somebody that was a little grumpy, but works every time. So I always jump ahead. I'll get in line, and then especially the rides I don't want to be on.
Yes.
Like Goofy Sky Squad, I went on. I bit the dust and went on Goofy Sky Squad. I hate that ride. But those kind of rides are teacups. I hate the teacups. So then I could jump in Matterhorn line for you guys, right? So
And you won't go on Matterhorn either.
yeah, I don't like that ride either.
What ride do you like?
I like Incredicoaster. That's my favorite ride, I think. Space Mountain's a lot of fun.
Yes.
I just don't like the rides that are rough and jerky because I can't walk the next day. Like
Yeah.
I'm just beat up.
No, it's not fun. So Monica said, so rope drop, they open the gates, but you are on Main Street and in front of I can't see it because it's kind of cut off on there. In front of I don't know. Anyways, she told us what the rope drop is. So anyways, that was a lot of fun at Disneyland. And guess what? I didn't have Disneyland hangover the next day.
Okay, I had Disneyland hangover, so I worked all weekend long. So from sunup to sundown, I had the rope drop at home to go to work and
Yes.
show property and all that stuff. So I was busy from sunup to sundown, Saturday and Sunday with clients. I think there was 5 people that we worked with
Yes.
between Saturday and Sunday, all
Showings
buyers.
and a lot of offers being written, which is awesome.
A lot of offers. So we have a counter that we're supposed to be receiving today, and I really hope my clients get this house. Like they want this house so bad. Mm-hmm. They want it so bad, and they're such a great family. Like I want them to have it.
I do too.
They do the extra stuff that most people don't want to do. Guys, they walk the neighborhood, the cul-de-sac. They knock on the doors, and they meet all the neighbors because they want to know, like, do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Because my kids, I want to see if my kids have friends on this block.
Yes.
Like, they go above and beyond, right? Like, so I really hope they get this house. I don't think we're going to find out today. I think we're going to get countered today, multiple counter, and then maybe find out tomorrow. And then I just found out right before the show started, we didn't get an offer accepted, which, that happens too.
It happens,
too.
in this market. So it's crazy though, because terms, you were kind of talking a little bit about terms. I don't know if we want to bring that up now. Your clients went above and beyond on that one. They went way over asking.
There's a lot of crazy things you could do in contracts. I think we'll touch on it a little bit later when we get more into like real estate.
Okay.
But we'll move on from that for right now. Just finishing up the weekend though, like I come back home and it's a full house on Saturday, right? The whole family's over. And you touched on it earlier in the show. It's evolved now. Before it was just my side of the family on Saturdays. Now we got your side of the family there too. And my brother Patrick, he was like, man, this is really cool that, Cori's side of the family's here now too, because there's it's a big get together.
Well, it's always been family dinner. And I told my parents and my brother and sister-in-law, you're always welcome to come. Like, it's a standing invite, because my sister-in-law said, oh, I didn't even know. Like,
every Saturday.
I'm like, every Saturday, just show up. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoy having everyone there. Everyone chips in as far as like getting in the kitchen, prepping the food, cleaning up. First thing my mom does when she gets there is like, you got dishes in the dishwasher, let me take care of it. She does everything as far as like cleaning. And then everybody else chips in. You got Jocelyn over there hooking up the salad, making it look all gourmet. And we got Tanya over there chopping up veggies and fruit and just prepping everything. And Lindsay was over there hooking up the bacon for us. So.
And making the drinks.
And making the drinks. She's our bartender. So
my brothers make the little runs, right? They make the beer runs and the ice runs. And if somebody forgot something, they're running to the store.
Everybody has a role, and it's cool because we all just get together and have a good time. And I think I'm officially going to be taking the Grill Master title, because I throw down on the grill now,
You throw down on the grill, girl. I got nothing bad to say about that. It's all good on the grill when you're on there.
And even Chris, although he's super busy with writing offers and negotiating contracts and meeting with clients all day, he still finds the time to help. And thank you so much for all your help too in the kitchen. I appreciate it.
I felt guilty. I was upstairs. So the family was over for like 2 hours, and I was still upstairs doing contracts and all that stuff. And then when I came down, I just made the patties.
I was like, you got work here. Get to it.
Got right to it, because Cori doesn't want to deal with that nasty stuff.
Like making patties, so gross to me. Hey, I mixed it. I was good. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then, so now we're on spring break for the kids. And Santino and Nola spent Monday with Grandma, and it was like their first day going back to Grandma's house. And when they were little, like super young, they would spend a lot more time with her because Grandma would watch them 5 days a week. So they got to spend all of Monday with Grandma and their two cousins, Brielle and Audrey, and they're just having fun over there, like living their best life, having so much fun. And it was nice because my mom's helping us out while they're on spring break, so then we can focus on work. So you were busy negotiating contracts, making sure these loans get funded, and speaking with all your clients.
Yeah, thank God, we're super busy all the time. We're really blessed. We have so many great clients. Thank you to everybody that's trusted us. I love working.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like work. It's just you're tired at the end of the day, and then it was like, all right, well, you got to put the daddy hat on, because the kids come. You can't work your butt off, just for your clients, and then take the time off when your kids get home. That's when you got to make that extra effort and give them all of your attention.
Sure.
And Nola Santino's easy. He'll sit there and watch TV until he dies. Like if you just let Tino watch TV and never fed him or gave him water, he wouldn't know the difference. He would just be there, passed out till the end of the world. But Nola, she'll watch TV for 2 minutes. She wants something to play. She wants to do something, right? So crafts. I'm usually playing babies with her. She wants me to burp the babies and put the diapers on. And then if anybody's seen Pip and Freddie, what's that show called? Tots. So she jumps on my back. If anybody knows the show, it's a penguin and a flamingo, and they work with storks delivering babies, right? So I'm the flamingo, Nola's the penguin. She jumps on my back, and we deliver babies throughout the whole house, because the kids got like 100 stuffies.
Yes.
So we're like dropping off babies. She's telling me where to go. and she's singing this song, and in my ear. So probably be playing that later today
Yes,
too.
these are the moments that you always have to treasure, because one day they're going to grow up and they're not going to want to do that.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
No, I know
love
you're
it.
not complaining. So I'm just saying, like, we treasure these moments. The other fun game is Pokemon. So I always have to catch them with the Pokeballs and throw balls at them.
That's one of my favorite. Monica says, just finishing up, we missed this. Teacups is Zoe's favorite, and Goofy Sky School is Val's favorite.
Oh, we have to have a trip with you, Monica. We tried to do it before COVID and never ended up working out. But girl, you got to get those tickets.
Well, the summer's
When you're
coming,
ready.
though.
When you're
the summer's
ready.
coming. Nobody wants to go in the hot summer.
Oh, I know. Maybe in the fall.
I mean, the fall.
She'll be ready to
It'll be
go.
better.
That would be fun. So yes, so that was a lot of fun on we're talking about playing with kids at the end of the day. And then speaking of fun and playing, we're going to have a little adult party coming up soon.
It's coming up quick.
The client appreciation event. I've been working on that, and we'll touch more on that later on the show. But if you have not got your invite, it will be showing up soon. Super excited for that.
I saw the invite.
You
I liked it.
did.
It looks really good.
Well, thank you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the next day on Tuesday, we had the opportunity to go meet with one of our amazing clients and friends, Olga Martinez. She works over at the WB Studios, and she was so kind to offer to donate all this WB swag. So we filled up a whole SUV of sweatshirts,
It's in my
shirts.
it's still in there right now.
We have to go to the Growl Center and to the Pause Center. She donated blankets, water bottles, toiletries, comic books, art supplies, and even more stuff in there. Like kids could build their own little laptop, like all this fun stuff.
T-shirts, all kinds
For
of
kids
stuff.
to do at the Pause Center at Golden Valley and the Growl Center. So thank you so much, Olga. We really appreciate you and your generosity, and the kids are going to appreciate it too at Golden Valley. Oh, looks like Olga's on.
Oh, she's on
Hi,
here.
Olga. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your support. You're always the best to us, and so thank you.
You have such a great family, like all good people. All her kids are great,
Mm-hmm.
So love her family to death. It was cool to be there too. I had never been to Warner Brothers studios,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it was cool. I don't know if you guys saw Cori's story, but she took some pictures next to like Wonder Woman and Batman, and I took one with Superman, and then she got to wear I don't know what the name of that is. It the Griffin?
It's the sorting hat.
The sorting hat. So she got Team Ravenclaw is who it picked. It talks on your head. It was pretty
It
cool.
was talking on my head. That was so awesome. And Olga gave us a tour of the studio. So for those of you who don't know or aren't familiar with the studios over there, the Warner Brothers studio is they're building a new building right across from there. And everybody has either already relocated or are going to be relocated over across the way. And it's just crazy to go in there because there's no one in the office.
Well, this is a huge building, right? So like that building is going to be completely empty because the lease is ending. And now everybody's like shifting. They're building a new building. So they're moving there, and DC's moving somewhere else. And like they got a lot of stuff going on down there in Burbank. But it looks like it's a really cool place to work.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for the tour and everything you do
We
for
appreciate
us.
everything so
Thank
much.
you,
Thank you,
Olga.
thank you.
So switching things up to real estate, let's
Hold on. I want to just touch on one more thing about that
sorry.
to say thank you to Olga, because I just mentioned how Santino will die in front of a TV. This morning is one of the few mornings he did not turn on the TV. I came down. I was downstairs.
last night is when it all started, though.
Yeah. But this morning, the first thing he wanted to do is he grabbed a Scooby-Doo comic book.
Yes.
And he was just reading the comic book, and he was reading it while he was eating his breakfast. Never even thought about turning on the TV. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you, Olga. And Nola was coloring. They took a few coloring books over to their cousins, and they even took Speedy Gonzalez with them today to Grandma's house.
This Speedy Gonzalez is almost as big as I am, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, she took this big stuffy with her, so thank you. We'll have to share the video that they're producing. These kids, they're making a movie.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the help of their older cousins. So we'll have to share that with you.
And then I totally forgot that this week is spring break, so we'll be delivering all this stuff. It sounds like it's going to be more next week, but we'll deliver it all, and we'll take some pictures, and we'll share them with you, Olga. So thank you again.
Yes, we appreciate you. So now switching gears up a bit to real estate, let's talk with let's start with some good news. So what's the good news today?
So it's great news, right? We closed two transactions today. One on the real estate side. Congratulations to our client on Watt Street. Sold his place. When I told him what we should list at, it's a 2-bedroom, right? And I told him, let's list at 550. Nothing had closed more than 530 there. So he thought I was crazy, right? So we just closed for 585.
Wow, that's amazing.
He's doing flips, super happy. And he's already secured his new purchase. He's moving in at the end of May. So we got him taken care of, right?
Great, yes.
And then
what an exciting time for him.
Great times for him. Actually, he got lucky. It was a really easy process both ways, right? As far as the loan that we closed, I'm really proud of this one because it's self-employed. So anybody out there that's trying to get a loan that's self-employed, it's difficult. It's not easy. Our client was in a previous escrow, and Wells Fargo was her lender, and they couldn't get the loan done. It killed her escrow.
Yeah.
She had to cancel. So then she jumped ship. She got referred to us, right? And which is pretty cool because she got referred to us by her ex-husband.
That's amazing.
They all trust each other, right? So ended up using us, and we got it done super easy. She's done. She closed escrow. She should be getting the keys now to her place.
Amazing. Well, congratulations to our sellers and one of our buyers. We're super excited for them. Any day on closing day is always fun, but like I've always said before, it's a little bittersweet for me because then you don't get to talk to your clients as much anymore.
Right.
So it's not that day-to-day conversations, but we do have that event coming up, so we'll be able to celebrate with them then.
Yeah, you just don't talk as much, but definitely still think about each other, text, right? Reach out to each other. So super excited for her. I'm really excited that she's getting her place.
Yes. And then so keeping things a little honest with everyone, it's not always rainbows and butterflies in real estate. So we hit another speed bump on our Wystone listing. You want to talk about it or you don't want to talk about it?
Don't ever want to talk. No. It happens, right? So look, it's unfortunate. We've had 2 open houses, right? First weekend, open house, multiple offers. Now, mind you, this is 3 weeks ago. The rates were like 0.5% less 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
So take the offer, falls through, buyer lost the job. Now, fast forward, we have another open house, get multiple offers. We go with an 870 all cash offer.
Which amazing.
Amazing.
Great.
We're at
You'll close
850.
soon.
We're going to close soon. 7-day inspection. Canceled on the 7th day.
Why?
Yeah. So it happens. It happens. I think with that agent, she had a language barrier with her client, couldn't relay information the right way. So anyhow, buyer got cold feet and canceled. So now we're back on. I'm telling them it's 3rd time's a charm. It's really important that as an agent and as a seller, the line of communication's open, right?
Right.
So they know every single thing that's happening along the way. Any seller's going to worry if escrow cancels twice, but we haven't had a problem obtaining offers, right? We've only had a couple open houses, and each time we've had offers from it. So I told them, it's okay. We're still having showings. We're having a showing today. We had 2 showings yesterday. So we're going to sell their place. It's going to be 3rd time's a charm. And I'm not going to be happier for anybody than this lovely couple, right? 'Cause
I know.
they're worried, and I want to make sure that they know we're doing everything we can. We're going to get it sold. So hopefully by the next show, I'll be talking about how we opened escrow again.
Yes, and that we're getting closer to closing.
Closer to closing. We will get them wrapped up.
Luckily, there's nothing wrong with their home. It's just, sometimes you have buyers that just don't work out. And so luckily we're in the market where there's tons of buyers out there.
Right. So I think what has happened is if anybody was out there, if there's any agents, I know some agents watch our show, I think they could attest to this. This last week with spring break, the last couple of weeks, there's a lot of buyers that have been looking for 6 months, right? So they write these crazy offers.
Yes.
Right? And because they're sick of not getting their offer accepted. But we had this little break in the real estate for about 2 weeks where it slowed down a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean there's not 20 offers on a house, there's 3 or 4.
Right.
So it slowed down a little bit. And I think some of these buyers, and I think this is what happened with this offer that just canceled, some of these buyers got their offer accepted on multiple houses.
Oh, I see.
So now they're you think you're opening escrow and then boom, it's back on, right? So I know that's happened. I've been seeing some of the houses out here. That's happened with some of the houses. I'm like, what happened? I wanted to show your house over the weekend, and you said you weren't having any more showings. You had multiple offers. This just happened on a property in Cass-State called Cascade Road, right? He's like, yeah, I had multiple offers, over asking 2 of them. We took the all cash offer. We just countered some terms, and then they ghosted us. So then we fall back to our conventional offer. They already got an escrow somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff does happen sometimes. You just got to keep going, got to keep plugging away, right?
Well, I think that's a good sign for our buyers who are out there too. Don't get discouraged. Things could be falling out and you'll have that second opportunity.
Don't get discouraged. And then also know, it's like setting a budget, right? So I think buyers, and we have this conversation with our clients. Buyers need to have, let's say they love a house, there has to be a point where they put their dig their feet in the sand, right? They say, you know what, this house is worth this much,
right?
And we'd even be willing to pay more than that, but this is where we're going to stay, right? So there was a house on, if anybody's seen it, in Valencia, it's on Lorenzo, pretty nice, needs all new flooring, but really nice area, Alta Vista track in Valencia, and it's facing right behind us. It's overlooking this building, right? So you can see Magic Mountain, and it's really nice, right? So it's facing Smythe with the view. Anyhow, that property is on the market for $689. Last sold comparable sale, model match, exact same place. Actually, was a little nicer. Sold for $685. So I'm thinking this property sells for $710.
Yeah.
Well, some houses were slow this weekend at open houses.
But not this one.
This one had 12 offers. People went all the way up to $750.
That's insane.
That means they're bringing in, they're going to have to bring in another $50,000 out of their pocket of what they were already going to pay for this house.
Right, because they're agreeing to pay for over appraised value.
Because it's not going to appraise more than $700,000.
Right.
So people are still holding on that kind of money. I don't know if it closes at that price, but we said $735 is the most.
Right.
Paying $35,000 out of pocket, that's a lot of money. So I was really proud of our clients because they were like, no, you know what? On to the next one. Let's go find something else.
Yes.
You got to be able to do that. You can't get emotionally attached to these houses.
Right. There'll be another great home for them.
Oh, we're going to find them something better. I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be showing them at 5:30 today.
Awesome. So I'm sure there's a perfect fit for them. And the big story today is the interest rates went up again.
Goodness gracious. When is this going to stop? So the rates jumped up last week. They've went up about now like 1.5% in 2 months.
This is just, at what point is it going to stop? And how is this going to affect the spring season and buyers' ability to afford these payments?
So I'll tell you who it's not going to affect, right? It's not going to affect the people that have sold and are buying again, right? So I think it's going to be still busy, still a busy summer, still a busy spring, but at some point something's got to give. Right. So here's what it means to you. What does it mean to you, a buyer out there, if the interest rate goes up 0.5%, 0.25%? When you're buying a $700,000 property, which most people are, that's kind of like the entry level right now. We're talking about a couple $100. So it doesn't sound like a big deal, like $200 a month. Maybe that's just Starbucks for you and your spouse.
Yeah.
You and your significant other, right? For the month.
Go buy a Keurig or something.
Buy a Keurig, right? But it starts to add up. And now if you're starting to climb a little higher, $800,000, $900,000 purchases, and it's going up $300, $400, at some point, buyers are going to say, not that I don't want the house, not that I'm not willing to pay for it. I just don't have any more money.
Yeah.
My budget, I'm priced out. I can't get this home. So at some point that's going to happen. And when that does, the market will start to level out. We're not going to keep having these big jumps where you have 12 offers and you have somebody's willing to pay $60,000 out of their pocket.
Right.
And, I'm saying it right now on the show, if it keeps going the way it's going with the interest rates, which I believe it will because we have to battle inflation.
Right.
Bums on the street don't want $1 anymore. They want like $2 or $3 when they're asking me for money. I'm sorry. But that's inflation. If it keeps going this way, I think this summer it's busy, but after the fall, I think it slows down earlier this year. Usually it starts to slow down like October, November, because people are getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the holidays, right? I think it slows down before that. I think as soon as the kids go back to school, people are like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. A lot of buyers go home, meaning they're not going to start looking till the following spring,
Right.
following summer. So it's important out there, sellers, get your house on the market now. We need to get it on now because I think they're going to be affected a lot, right? And then buyers, it's going to be a while before it levels out and before the dust settles. So you either should be jumping in as soon as possible or be prepared to be priced out of the market and then maybe not buying a house for another 2-3 years. Right? So then what does your rental situation look like? Because you're going to be renting.
Yeah.
And those prices keep going up too. Because inflation, right? We're seeing these rents, $3,000 for like a small tiny 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom in Santa Clarita. That's insane.
Yeah, it's all over the place. So it's a lot to consider, whether you're buying or selling. So definitely weigh your options and use your resources right now. Study the market. So we're here to help you if you have any more questions on that.
And we'll give you the real, right? We're not trying to sugarcoat anything. We're all about providing you with the valuable information so you can make the best decision for you and your family.
Yeah, because everyone's situation is different. So.
Everyone's situation is different. We just need to give you the information.
So how did the elite meeting go today? Speaking of information, the elite meeting, for those of you who don't normally join us on our show and are just tuning in, is a networking meeting that Chris attends every week with other top producing agents.
Yeah, so there was 2 houses today. Unfortunately, I missed the first one because sometimes they're so far apart and I want to get to the show because we do the podcast on Wednesdays too, right? That I have to decide which one I'm going to.
Yes.
So I decided to go to the one in Newhall because it's near our house. It made a lot of sense. And I take golf lessons on Wednesdays, right? So I missed the first house. It was in Castaic. But from what I hear about that house, it's a YouTuber's house. So I heard it was a little beat up, a little banged up. But I was talking to the agents. Still, everybody went on over to the Newhall property. And a lot of them are seeing the same things. I saw some of them at open houses because I showed a lot of property last weekend. And they were surprised. They were like, yeah, I got 2 offers on the house.
Yeah.
After holding an open house all weekend long, where we're used to getting 10 offers, right? She's like, oh, it still went way over, but we only had 2 offers. So that means somebody probably overpaid when they didn't really need to.
Right.
Right? So we're starting to see a little bit of a shift, and it's great for buyers. Like a more normal market is what we want. We want there to be a negotiation between seller and buyer. We don't want a seller to just be able to say, I want your firstborn, because that's what it's been. You're pretty much at the seller's mercy. And we're still there, but I'm hoping that we come out of that market and make it a more fun, enjoyable market where buyers and sellers do some negotiating. There's some give and take because that's what a negotiation's about, right?
Yes.
So
Now it's just like a
that.
Frenzy. Just take my offer. Here, I'll give you whatever you want.
But it's starting to shift now. So I think if we could navigate these waters correctly, we're going to be able to get some of our buyers in where they're not giving up their firstborn, right? And they're not feeling like they got, bamboozled into this house, right?
For sure. So, yeah, things have been changing a little bit. Hopefully it goes more toward that. So let's take a moment to catch up with Chris a little bit. How are you? How are you feeling? How's golf? How's jiu-jitsu?
Well, that's a lot. There's a lot going on in that question. So I had a cold, and I think it was just because when I'm in the car showing property all day, I need to pack more water. So I didn't drink as much. I drink a lot of water, you guys. But I don't want to drink so much water when I'm showing property because you got to pee all the time. So I just don't drink water. Dehydrate. I got to figure that out. I'm going to have to figure something out. Okay, so I'll have to work that out.
Didn't you used to have those bags when you were at the gas company where you would go to the bathroom and then it would just seal it up and then you could throw it out?
Yeah, but I was in the overalls, right? Working construction.
I could get those for you.
Imagine I'm doing that in the car with the suit
walks
on.
By and they're like, "Whoa, Chris, what's going on?"
And then I get arrested for indecent exposure and and now I'm a pedophile. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not peeing in the car. I just don't drink water. So maybe
It
I have
was
to figure
just
that
a
out.
thought. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I don't think that's the remedy.
You have to schedule potty breaks in between showings.
I'm gonna have to do that, but
Like the kids.
like the kids, I'm about to schedule potty breaks. But yeah, so I got a cold, and you know, when you're talking nonstop, eventually your throat's gonna hurt, whatnot. So I got a cold, so I haven't been to jiu-jitsu Monday or Tuesday when I usually go, and those are like my go-to days. I go no matter what.
And you didn't go because you have that common courtesy. You don't want to like spread your germs all over people.
Yeah,
You're rolling around with them.
I could have definitely went, right, and still had a good time. But yeah, I would have got people sick. So I was like, nah, I can't
that's
do
not
it.
your style.
So but you know what? I feel a lot better today.
Good.
So that's a plus. I think I'm over the cold. Golf. Today, I don't know like what happened, but at the beginning of the session, I was hitting them so good and so far and so straight that Scott Anderson, who's my the professional that instructs me, he was like, dude, have you been practicing a bunch? I was like, I have not swung a club since the last time we met.
He thought you found somebody else on the side, huh?
He just thought I was playing a lot. And I told him, he's like, well, what's different? I'm like, I didn't go to jiu-jitsu Monday and Tuesday, so I can actually extend my arms.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so he was like, oh, wow, okay. So, but then I regressed in the second half of the session. And he's like, try this club and do this and do that. And then, you know, then you start cussing and you know how that goes.
Oh, you started cussing. You lost your cool?
I don't lose my cool, but I got a lot worse real fast, you know? And, you know, besides that, everything's all good. I mean, you know, for anybody that knows, I know Monica was on here. One of our agents left the Silver Realty family and went over to another company. And, you know, that was like a kind of a, I'm not going to say a gut punch because it didn't affect me in that way. But, you know, that kind of affects you a little bit. You bring somebody into your family. You know what I mean? It just feels like, I don't know. I don't want to be a part of your family anymore. It's kind of what it is, you know? So
disappointing, I think, is the best
very
word.
disappointing. So, yeah, that happened over the weekend too.
No, on Monday that happened. Not even the weekend.
Well, yeah. Anyhow, so that happened too. So that's all the stuff that's been happening. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and there's it's like this motivational thing too. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just got to take care of all this stuff myself.
You got this, boo.
Oh, no problem. and you know, and it's great for us, and it's great for Rena because Rena's she's gonna get even more business, right? So
yes,
that's great.
Awesome. So looking ahead, we have a huge week ahead of us, and if for those of you who have not checked your emails this morning, please check your emails because the client appreciation party invites finally went out, and they should be sitting in your inbox. It's going to be on April 29th. It's a Friday from 6 to 10 p.m. at Brewery Jaconum. We're going to have so much fun there. There's going to be music, food, drinks, lots of fun, pictures, and we're going to just have a great time, let loose, and celebrate all of our wonderful clients and family that you have all become over the years. So if you did not get your invite, please reach out to me, send me a message so I can make sure that you've gotten it. There is a second round of emails that are going out, and this particular event is for adults only, so make sure that you arrange to have a sitter and watch your little kiddos so you guys can let loose and enjoy yourselves for an adult night out.
Yeah, you guys owe it to yourselves. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, we do have some clients that don't drink. You don't have to drink at Brewery Jaconum. Like, there's other stuff to do there. There's going to be music. There's going to be, you know, games and dancing and whatnot.
I think we're going to have one of those life-size Jengas, which will be cool, and the checkers. And then for drinks, there'll be other refreshments like tea, soda,
and
coffee.
The food there is really good.
It is so yummy. I just finished setting up the menu, and it is going to be so delicious. You're going to love it.
Yeah, so if you're not into drinks, come for the fish tacos.
Yes, because we will have fish tacos there. So, and other things if you don't like fish tacos, like sliders and chicken and pretzels and lots of yummy stuff, and dessert too. So we're super excited about that. Big shout out to Alicia C. Creative, Madi, and Claudia. They are helping us with the event, and to Ben Law and his whole team over at Brewery Jaconum. We're super excited. Oh, and I cannot forget, Jamal is going to be DJing. So for those of you who have been to our past events, you will be dancing because Jamal plays the jams.
Jamal plays the jams.
We
for
love
sure.
Jamal. And then also Oh Snaptastic is going to be there. We've got them joining us. They're always at our events. They're a lot of fun. Great gals. They have the best energy. We love them. So
That's a girl squad.
that's the girl squad over there. So we're super excited. And we hope you can attend. So if you can't, please RSVP right away.
You know, Oh Snaptastic, the girl squad, they did an event for the Super Bowl, you guys.
Yes, they
The
did.
Super Bowl, and they're going to be at our event.
Yes, I can't
Pretty
wait.
awesome.
Yeah, I love seeing other businesses thrive and doing great things. And they're all part of our family. So come join us and we'll have a lot of fun there.
So, are you excited about tomorrow?
I sure am.
What's happening tomorrow?
I'm getting my Invisalign finally. So if I start talking funny and you guys see me, just it's okay to laugh.
So Cori's going to start wearing the glasses all the time, and she's going to start talking with a lisp. It's going to be like we were in high school.
I'm taking it back to the 16-year-old days. I will not have headgear though.
I used to hang out with this girl. This is how much I love her. We would be cuddling, and then I'd have to watch out because she had that big old headgear on. Remember that?
I remember. That's okay. You had braces too.
Yeah, I'm the only person I know that got my braces repossessed.
Oh, dang. That's messed up.
I had to go back into the orthodontist and just have him take them off because couldn't afford the payments.
It happens.
It happens. And then
That's okay.
Now I got this grill and I can't do Invisalign.
No, that's okay. That's you.
It's my character.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, and our son and daughter both have asked me this question, and they're very serious when they ask, "Daddy, why you got that big yellow tooth?" I don't know, baby.
That's just me.
Just me.
Accept it.
And every time I go to the dentist, he's like, "You want me to fix that big yellow tooth here?" So I'm like,
You're
"No,
like,
I'm
no,
good, man. I'm
this
good."
is me. I'm keeping it. It builds character.
Builds character.
Oh my goodness. And then Friday we have California Adventure and Disneyland lined up, meeting up with our cousins and sister-in-law and my brother. But I don't know about that heat. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
I'm a little worried too. Lots of water.
I think I'm gonna bring out the scooter. I think it's scooter weather.
Oh my gosh, no.
I'm gonna get like a big old helmet on too. Ride the scooter with the helmet on.
Why a helmet?
I don't know. I'm gonna act like I'm riding a Harley. I'm gonna have a leather vest on with a patch.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be on the scooter though. You
Oh,
ready?
No, you can get your roll on by yourself. I don't think I want to be next to you if you're doing that. That's your plan. Oh boy. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then on this weekend, we are super excited because we get to celebrate our goddaughter's birthday, Serena. She's going to be 18. She's going to have a party. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I know she's probably sick of me telling her this. So I see Serena a couple times a week. Our kids are actually, or Nola specifically, is coached by her in jiu-jitsu, which is pretty awesome. And Serena submitted me before in jiu-jitsu. She's a badass, right? Gonna be 18, beating up grown men. And I'm like, Serena, I held you and danced with you at my wedding. You were a baby. And I held you in my arms and danced with you. And now she could choke me out. It's pretty, she's grown up.
Yeah, she is. So
She's grown
we're
up a lot.
excited to celebrate her. And then my sister-in-law and brother are going to have a sleepover for the kids. So we can go let loose at Serena's birthday and they could go hang out with their cousins. Everyone will be happy.
Oh, are we gonna Uber?
Sure. Why not? No, we can't. We got to drop the kids off.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I'll be the sober one. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we got family dinner coming up on Sunday. And Monday, it's back to school for the kids.
Did we set that up for family dinner? Have we moved that officially?
Not officially, but here's the official notice right now, and then I'll send a text.
Yeah, we need to change that to not family dinner, family lunch, because kids got school on Monday.
Yes. Has everybody been enjoying their spring break with their kids? Because I'm curious if there's been any fun events lined up for all of them.
I love that we're pretty easygoing, so there's no bedtime right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, so the kids are just trying to hang out as long as they could.
Yeah.
Last night, they went to bed at like 9 o'clock, 9:30, something like that.
No, they went to bed at 10 o'clock last night.
10 o'clock with no shower. And they're like, we don't have to shower? I was like, nah, you're good. You're going swimming tomorrow.
Get your pool bath.
That's what happens when you let dad be in charge.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
They'll shower today. They'll be good.
They'll be fine.
No biggie.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for enjoying your afternoon with us. We really appreciate all your support and being here with us today. That's going to be our show. Thank you again for hanging out with us here on R&R Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to check us out every Wednesday here on Facebook Live at noon. We are your host, Cori and Chris Silva, and we'll catch you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.